You know, one of the amazing acts of providence of God in our lives is how my dad was able to go from virtually abject poverty. And his parents both died. His mom died when he was 8, and his dad was gone by the time he was 13 or 14. And how did he end up becoming a city councilor? I know that he's been inducted to the New Brunswick Sport Hall of Fame twice. Having a successful career at CBC and the wonderful neighborhood in which we grew up, Nashwaak-Sis, on the north side of Fredericton. It's an amazing story. When my dad graduated from high school, every student back then had to write what is known as, or formerly known as, the matriculations. And you would take your resume and you would attach these test scores, usually in English and in math, and you'd take that to your job interview. And based on that, you were either accepted for a job or not. Well, my dad had some of the highest marks in mathematics, and CBC hired him on the spot. And so he had been working for a couple of years after he was married when I came along, but no one had ever told him, because he didn't have mom and dad to say, you know, you need to set a bit aside, that he needed a down payment. I was born in '67 in the winter, and that later on in that year there was an early storm, and having taken his new bride to a converted pig barn, to a converted cattle barn, the windows weren't too secure and the windows blew out in late November. And he was afraid that I would freeze to death. And walking into the city, he ran into Bud Bird Sr. His son is an MP and is a businessman, but serves as an MP in the Fredericton area today. But his, Bud Bird Jr.'s father, my grandmother worked for him. And because there was a family connection there, he had said to my dad, you know, I can help you with that down payment. Bud Bird Sr. was a contractor building a number of homes in the north side of Fredericton, and helped my dad get his down payment, sent him off to a bank, and as a result of that, allowed him to move from a converted barn to a bungalow in Nashwaak-Sis, my boyhood home, the home of my 2 younger sisters, Tia and Misha. So we look back, and I remember a Bible verse where it says in Ephesians, make the most out of every opportunity, for the days are evil. And my dad has made the most out of every opportunity. As a result of that hand up, he was able to maintain his job. He worked for CBC for 33 years and do some other things that also blessed the 3 children that he would eventually have, myself and my 2 sisters. So we are grateful for those who see those videos. You know who you are. You've helped us along the way. My dad is grateful, and we live on the shoulders of others who gave us a hand up. Thank you.